Nice to see you, buddy.
Can you add Dean as well? And also, I just wanted to like. To
Why do I wait? I'm sorry. Why do I need to add your bestie? Can't we just do a 1v1?
Well, I'm only going to be here for like I think 12 more minutes because I'm going to a dinner.
Well, that's really strange. I thought you wanted to do a debate, Parker.
Well, I do, but this is the
well, then why is it that? Can I ask you a question first, real quick? Why is it that you refuse to fly out to California and do a debate with me, even if I pay for it?
I live in California. I will do a debate.
Great.
With you
then
anytime.
Why won't you do it? Can we do it next week?
I want to debate Brian, and Brian.
Yeah, that's nice. I'm not talking about Brian. I'm talking about me.
Can I debate 1v2? 1v2?
Yeah. Can you just debate me?
Can I do a 1v2?
Yeah. Why don't you debate him after me?
Why can't I do a 1v2?
Why? Because I want to do a 1v1, Parker.
Why can't I do a 1v2? All 1v2.
You can't. You can. But why do you need to? Can you explain why? I want to talk to Brian
as well.
Yeah, you can talk to Brian after we're done debating.
Brian's not going to debate me though.
Why do you say that?
Because he's scared.
Well, okay. So how about this? How about we'll just do it right now, Parker? Why don't you tell me what your criticisms are of the Whatever podcast?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like the day.
Just do one at a time though. Don't shotgun them.
Mm-hmm. The day of that we were going to show up on the Whatever podcast, both Dean and I, to debate Brian, you, and other people that you had on the Whatever podcast. You canceled day of and never rescheduled. So you're willing to debate all my different friends who are women, right? Who might be less knowing about different topics, right? Or in OnlyFans or whatnot. But you're not willing to debate Dean or I on that type of platform for some reason. Because you easily have
totally
the ability to reschedule.
Okay, Parker, here's the thing. Here's what I'll do. I'll compromise with you. How's that for fair? Now, I tried to do this with Dean before, by the way. Did you see the live of that, Parker?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, there was a live where Dean called me out and I had him come on my stream and he agreed to do a fly-out debate and then he refused. So here's my compromise to you. Will you debate with me and Brian, you and Dean, at the same time on your criticisms of the Whatever podcast?
Yeah, if we could also do other topics, I'd love to.
Yeah, what are the other topics that you want to do?
I'd love to talk about like Trump. That'd be great to talk about.
Yeah, we can talk about Trump.
Politics.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds good. Are you religious?
But we can start with the idea of your criticisms of the Whatever podcast, correct?
Oh, of course. I mean, we can talk about
that. And when can we schedule this?
Anytime.
Oh, well, let's schedule it now and let's do it live because that way you can't back out later.
Can you add Dean up too so we can schedule? Because I need him to be up. So
yeah, add Dean. Add Dean. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And also, Brian, can I get like a specific response of why you've been so scared to debate?
Hold on, Dean needs to send another request in.
Okay.
I don't know why you're smug. Neither one of you are good debaters, and I'm going to crush both of you easily.
Mm-hmm. And you have to say that to make yourself feel better. It's okay. But
I mean, we'll see live, Parker. Like I've debated with you before, and you failed multiple times. You didn't even know it was me.
I have a good idea.
That's how bad you are at it.
Brian.
Well, here's what I want to do.
I have a good idea. I have a good idea. How about we schedule our debate for right now? Why is slut shaming good?
I only have like what 9 minutes more left.
Yeah, he only has 9 minutes.
Yeah, I have a dinner with my girlfriend and my family.
Yeah, this is.
I already have a little bit as well. 9 minutes. Let's run it real quick.
No, let's do an in-person debate.
God, I want to debate right here, right now.
Wait, but Brian, will you be involved in that debate, or are you going to run away from that?
Yes.
Yeah,
2v1 on your criticisms or whatever.
I'm down for the 2v2.
Okay, perfect. That sounds great. In person 2v2. Which day?
Yeah, we want to know when though.
God,
you both have to come. You both have to come.
I have an idea. I'm not gonna lie, Brian. I spent $535 on a plane ticket out to LA a couple months ago.
If you guys show up, I'll reimburse it.
You cancel.
If you guys show up, I'll reimburse it. If you guys show up, I'll reimburse it.
One moment. And then you cancel on me day of, and you do not reimburse me, and you fail to reschedule. I would be more than willing to debate you guys in an online setting, but I will not be dedicating my attention, focus.
Okay, then get out of here. Goodbye.
So you're scared of me?
Yeah, then goodbye. You already made the agreement and you lied, bro. You made the agreement to me and you lied.
Yeah, and then I backed out of.
Yeah, you backed out. Exactly. You backed out. You coward. You fucking
I'm not a
coward.
Because I'll debate you online. You're scared of me.
Why does it have to be online?
Because you're not worth my
time. You cheat, Dean, like you did. When Parker was feeding you information in your Fuentes debate, you were cheating.
Right now
oh, wow. So do you want me to close my eyes and debate you with my eyes?
No, I want you to show up with your facts, with your stats, and I don't want it to be me versus 5,000, but me versus you
Andrew, Andrew, I'm going to mog you right now. So I will debate you online with my eyes closed.
You could never mog me in a million years, you grifting scumbag. Remember when you did the whole... Do you remember when you pretended you were Andrew Tate? Do you remember that?
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Bible and you
it was. I mean, it was hilarious for all the wrong reasons. But this aside, you're not going to ever mog anything.
I already
do. You want to do?
I already
Parker
do.
came on and made the agreement to do a 2v2 and now is refusing.
All
No, let's do it right now.
1v2. All 1v2
Let's-
online or
Okay,
in person.
goodbye,
Right
goodbye,
now.
Dean. You already backed
He's running
out.
away.
Goodbye.
Andrew's
I
backing
can't
out.
run away from a debate you won't accept.
I'm accepting
He said
it. I want
online.
to do it right now.
Wait, Andrew,
Yeah,
why-
you say you'll
Andrew,
only do it on. Why won't you do it
Andrew,
in person,
Andrew,
Dean?
Andrew,
Because
I'll
you're
do-
not worth
I'll-
my time. I'm bigger than you.
Yeah, I have a
I'm
way
taller than
bigger
you.
platform than you by engagement.
No,
you don't.
Bigger.
What are you
Yes, I
talking
do.
about?
My average
Andrew, you're
live streams got
delusional.
between 5,000 to 7,000 per debate. What about
Yeah,
you?
we get more than
my
that.
God.
What are
Where are you at right this second?
Be quiet, be quiet.
Stop. It's
We-
cope. Where are you at on YouTube, Parker? When you go live, where are you at?
you- YouTube or here on TikTok where my platform
Yeah,
is.
YouTube.
Oh,
TikTok's
YouTube, I
easy
don't
to
go
get
live on
viewers.
YouTube.
Wait, if
Yeah,
TikTok was
yeah,
if
TikTok's
TikTok-
super easy.
Wait,
if-
Andrew,
if
what do you get
TikTok
when you
was
go on
super easy-
TikTok?
If TikTok was super easy, how come you guys had
Me?
100 viewers before Parker rated you?
Because it's the first time he's ever gone live. We
Oh,
were
but I
just
thought
doing
it
a
was
test
easy,
stream.
Andrew. What happened?
It is easy.
Oh, so
Wait,
then
Dean,
why
how many
did you
viewers
get
did you get the
100
first time you came on live, Dean?
Oh, I think I got, what was it, 1.7 thousand? The very first?
Wow. Yeah, because it's super easy.
Oh, but like he had 100 by himself. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I can
You're punching
completely
up on
rent.
Andrew, Andrew,
By the
do
way,
you-
by the way,
Andrew, have you ever hosted
Dean,
a live?
Dean,
Andrew, have you ever hosted a
can you
live?
help me out? Yeah.
Okay, how many viewers did you get?
I think it was 1.7.
1.7? Okay, so only once?
That was the only time I ever did it. Yeah.
Only one live.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, I
What are you
tried to look that
mooing
up.
about? Do you have proof to the contrary, Park?
Wait.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't be able to.
Hey, okay, hang on.
just
Can you
like
let
say-
Dean? Can you let
Yeah.
Parker talk?
Instead
So
of-
Parker,
No, you
Parker,
can go.
can you
You can
show me
go.
proof to the contrary, Parker?
That wouldn't make any sense. It's like saying, "Show me proof unicorns don't
Well,
exist."
then here's the thing, though.
Show me proof unicorns don't exist, Andrew.
Oh, I'm sorry, Parker.
Can
Let
you
me
show
get
me
this
proof
right.
unicorns
You
don't
just
exist?
smugly said as though you doubted it.
Yeah. What?
Why? Based on?
Because I don't trust your character. I don't trust.
Oh,
what you
well, I don't
said.
trust your character, Parker, because
Okay,
you've
are we
already
gonna debate
lied.
or is Andrew
You
still
guys
going?
already lied about showing up to do a live debate. So
I
here's,
never
here's what I'm
lied.
willing.
I never lied. You
Here's
guys
what I'm willing to.
canceled day
Hang on,
of.
hang
What
on.
are you
Here's what I'm
talking
willing to do.
about?
Since Dean refuses to show up, you'll
God,
do a
because you're not worth
1v2,
my
Parker.
time. I'll debate you right here, right now.
Let's
from
debate
Yeah, I know.
online.
You can do it
Andrew,
online.
why
Do it
won't you
online.
debate online? Why won't you debate him
Because I
online?
know that Dean cheats. I
Oh
saw
my
it happen.
God,
Cheats?
Look at this.
Mhm.
Look at this.
Cheats? What?
Okay, look at this. Andrew. I'm not even home. I'm not in the studio.
He'll debate you blindfolded. Okay,
Yes, I will
how about
debate you
that?
blindfolded.
Okay, well then, here's what we'll do then, Parker. We'll drop you, and I'll do a 1v1 with Dean right now.
Okay, well, I mean, I gotta go anyway. So, I mean, I'll
Okay,
be
see you
quiet.
later.
I'll be quiet just until I have to.
No,
leave.
you'll just leave, and I'll do
mute.
the 1v1 now.
Wait, so hold on. Before we do that, I'm fine to have you guys do the 1v1.
Mhm.
Dean, what are your actual objections to doing a 2v2 in person? I'd much prefer to do this in person.
Do you want me to be honest with you? You're not worth my time.
Oh, then why are you here?
Because you're worth this much amount of time, but not.
Oh, okay. So
sufficient
we're
amount
worth
of
your time, but
to
we're not worth your
complain
time.
about.
That makes a lot of
Wait,
sense.
he meant like to go in person and fly. You understand the difference between
Yeah.
flying to someone in person versus like debating them on an online space? So
Yeah.
like, why
Oh,
won't you just do it on an online
who's,
space?
so wait, so whose live is worth going on?
If it's online, then it's fine.
No, whose live is
In
worth going on
person?
in person? Yeah,
In person, well, like Jubilee,
Mhm.
like he did,
yeah. I've
or
been on
like when
Jubilee
we went
too.
to the White House, like because we got invited by the president, like that, something like that.
So wait a second. So for creators, haven't you gone in person to other creators who have smaller platforms than Brian?
Who?
I'm asking you.
No, I
Haven't you?
haven't. No.
Not you, Dean.
Dean hasn't.
Nope.
Wait,
You've
hold
never done it. You've never. Are you sure?
bro, Dean,
Yeah.
you went on Steiny's.
Yeah, and that was way bigger than yours.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
not.
sorry, Brian.
Dude, you're like, dude, I'm sorry, Brian, but you're kind of like irrelevant, bro.
Also, like, can I also just point it out there that Steiny flew me out on a semi-private airline and then put me up in a very fine hotel for a night. And
I'll fly you out first class and give you a hotel room.
Okay. Well, Andrew, you're not
Okay,
even
so
gonna make
shit.
money off of that, so I wonder where you're getting that money from.
Well,
What do you
well,
mean?
Well, shit.
Do you,
Because
I'm sorry,
Brian doesn't pay
Parker.
you.
You may, Parker, you might want to look
Brian
this up.
doesn't
but
pay you.
I don't know if you know this or not, but I'm consistently in the top 5 most super chatted shows in the United States. I don't know if you knew that.
Okay, well, I'm just saying Brian doesn't pay you.
Oh, God. Okay.
I don't.
like,
Do I need Brian to pay me?
What's with the meta conversation? I have like 10 minutes myself. Parker's to dip here soon. Why is slut shaming good?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not getting into that just yet. We're finishing the combo here.
Guys, wasting my time. See, this
He's
is
like,
the-
I only
You
want a
don't-
meta
I don't
combo.
understand why the time. I want to know a few things from you.
Oh
The
my
first
God.
thing, Dean, that I'd like to
Wait,
know
Andrew, just
is
answer the question. Why is
stop,
slut shaming
stop
good?
talking, Parker.
Why is
Stop-
slut shaming
stop
good?
talking.
Answer the
Stop
question.
talking,
But
Parker.
debating.
I'm going to answer the question, but first I want to finish this. So, Dean, you came on my stream live. You agree that that's true after you called me out via somebody else's stream. That is correct, right?
Yeah.
Okay. On that stream, you made an agreement that you would come on the whatever podcast for 2 events. One event would be a debate. The other event would be that you would mingle with the crowd itself and get the feel for the show so that you could make sure that your criticisms were valid, which I thought was fair. We both entered into that agreement live. And now later you're backing out of the agreement. So let me ask you this. If it's that you're unwilling to do it on Brian's venue for whatever reason, because you have some bad history with him, Can we select a different venue for this live debate?
This venue. Yeah, sure. Let's select this venue right here.
No, an in-person debate.
Okay, why do you want it to be in person?
Well, because you cheat, Dean.
Oh my God, Andrew, you can't
Literally have his
Can
camera on.
I give you?
block
Can
it
I
out.
give you my reference? Can I give you my reference for your cheating?
No, I have a counter offer. So here's what we'll do. This will be really funny, and the clips will be like top tier.
Mhm.
What we should do is we should both turn on our webcams. I will put a blindfold.
Well, I can't because the
and I will
program
put my hands up in the air,
Mhm.
and I will steamroll you anywhere. And honestly, I think it's a compliment that you say that I cheat, because that just tells me
Mhm.
that I'm good at what I do.
Okay. Well, let's. I'll tell you what. Turn on your webcam. Put on the blindfold. Let's go.
Okay, I gotta get going now, but
Yeah, go.
I
Goodbye, Parker.
appreciate
See you
y'all. Have
later.
fun, Dean.
Let's do it, Dean.
All right, I have about 10 minutes here before me and my girlfriend go down to Best Buy.
Get the blindfold on, Dean. Stop talking.
Oh, you don't like it when I talk? Not a lot of
Yeah, I'm
good
just.
things to do.
We'll talk as soon as you hold your end of the bargain, which you're bad at doing.
All right, Mr. Andrew. So go ahead and give me the argument here. Why is salute shaming a good thing?
Yeah, get your blindfold on first, Dean.
You're funny, Andrew.
I know.
Also, I will ask you just.
What about when you were saying the insular? Was your heart racing there?
Oh no, because that's when I was 14 and a lot like you. I bet you're mad that I was just as mature as you are today at the age of 14, sir. You should grow up, kind of.
Oh
like
man. Oh boy, you got me with that.
But
All right,
let's
you got
see,
your
why is
blindfold on.
salute shaming good?
So yeah, I think that social shaming in general is good, and I think that if you want to see less salutes in society, that social shame is going to assist with that.
All right, I would like to pick up where you left off with the prior guest. You had asked that guest why they do not think that promiscuity is wrong, and then they were like, I don't think it's wrong because I feel like I don't think it's wrong. And you said,
Sure.
well, you actually have to give reason. And I'd actually
No, I didn't. No, Dean, that's incorrect. I didn't say you have to give a reason. I just said if your reason is just because I feel that way, then it's a perfectly good counter to say, well, then my reason is because I feel that way.
Perfect. So I'll expand a little bit on what she was trying to say, as I would entail that given my own position. Promiscuity, I do not believe.
What do you? Well, wait, hang on. What do you mean you would entail? What does that mean?
Can you repeat what I just said? I'm talking so fast.
Yeah, well, I just want to make sure that I understand what you mean by entail. And entailment is what?
I give an X is typically what an entailment is. But to clarify on what
Wait, can you say that again? I didn't hear you. You're very quiet.
why give an X is what an entailment is. But what have you just given me? Oh my God. Okay.
I don't understand. I just want to know what an entailment is.
Yeah, I told you what an entailment is. It's why.
Okay, tell me again, but be very clear.
Why given X?
Why given X is an entailment?
Yeah. Now I'm going to go back to what I was saying. I don't think.
Yeah, can you walk me through how y given X, what that
Holy
means?
shit, Andrew, you want to do anything?
I want to
without
be
me
highly
saying
specific
why
with
the
our
position
language.
is
Dean,
wrong.
semantics are super important in a debate. You agree, right?
I actually don't think that the use of that word in that context was important at all, as it wasn't relevant to.
Well, entailment's a philosophical term. It's relevant. So can you just very quickly
Actually, I
walk me
dispute
through?
that, Andrew. I don't think it's relevant.
Well, I'm sorry. So when
Can you
we're doing
demonstrate the relevance of
when we're
me telling
doing
you
when we're doing a
intelligence, even though
debate,
that's not
yeah,
relevant
when we're
to the
doing
conversation
if we're
whatsoever?
doing a debate, a philosophical debate,
You know
and you
what?
say the word
What's a fire truck? I think that's relevant.
yeah,
What's a fire
yeah. So
truck?
anyway, so if we're doing a philosophical debate and you're talking about semantics and you say a word like entailment, which is a loaded philosophical term, I need to know what you mean by that.
Okay. Well, how about I refuse because I want to stay on track. So you're making.
Hang on. This is on track. You don't have the mute button. We're doing
my
a
God.
philosophical debate. Can you please explain to me what entailment means?
All right. Such as a logical entailment. It's just gonna say if X is true, then Y must also be true. But I don't.
No,
see-
that's not what an entailment is.
Okay, that's how I use the term entailment. Do you use it?
You use your own term for philosophical entailment?
When we
Really?
define any words that we use in any colloquial sense in any conversation.
Yeah, you can, but they have to make sense. So all you mean by entailment is if X, then Y?
Yes.
No. Oh, okay. Well, then I'll remember that that's what entailment means. Go ahead.
Thank you. So now, anyways, back to what matters because you don't want to talk about it. You're making the claim that I have to have some reason to justify the position that promiscuity isn't wrong.
I didn't make that claim.
Okay, you made that claim to the prior.
When did I make the claim?
To the prior
What was my actual position? Can you steel man it for me?
Of course. You made the claim,
Go ahead.
well, first of all, she made the statement that it's not bad because I feel like it's not bad. And then you made the statement, well, if you want to say that, then I could say it's bad because I feel like it's bad. But
Yeah, what's wrong? What's the problem with that?
yeah, because I would say that we have to posit reason for any positive statement, even in the
Why?
negativity,
Yeah, why?
because we should have reason for the things that we believe.
Why?
Because we want to be reasonable people. Are you saying that?
Yeah,
people-
but that doesn't wait. So we should use reason because we should use reason, Dean?
Yeah.
Is that right, Dean? We should use reason because we should use reason. Boy, you really thought that one out.
In fact, that's not what I said. That was a.
He's fucking stupid. How did you ever think you could take me on, Dean? All right, so we should use reason because we
wait,
should use
Andrew,
reason.
I'd
Go
actually
ahead.
like to clarify that. I actually think it's funny that you think you could take me on because the only way
You're
that
getting destroyed, Dean. It's not, dude. It's not even close. But keep going.
Andrew,
I
that's the
can't wait
thing.
to
I'm not getting destroyed at all because you just told me the only way to justify.
Yeah, just keep
it
telling
is
yourself
to be
that.
unreasonable. You keep telling yourself.
No, you said that
I'm sorry,
reason.
what
You
do
said the
want? Hold
reason that we should use reason is because it's reasonable.
Actually, that's not what I said. I'd like to correct you.
Okay, then why should we use reason? Dean?
Yeah, because axiomatically speaking, we should all want to be reasonable individuals. And being a reasonable.
What is that? Well, wait. Okay, well, Dean, axiomatically speaking, we shouldn't all be reasonable.
Person, Andrew? Oh, he's
Yeah, it's just an axiom, Dean.
Argue the
It's just an
position.
axiom, Dean. What's wrong with an
Tell me
axiom?
that you don't want to be a reasonable person. Tell me that you
Well,
don't want to
if you state that axiomatically,
you can't even argue.
you're still spurging, Dean.
I'm
You're still
taking the
spurging.
blindfold off.
You're
because
spurging.
you
Why?
have
Because
gotten to the point
you're
of telling
freaking out.
me that
Dean, you're spurging out
you
bad.
have to be an unreasonable
You're
person.
really spurging,
with
Dean.
Unjustified claims without evidence in order to.
Boy,
make
you're
sure
really
that someone
spurging, Dean.
wants to.
So anyway, Dean, when you say that something
wait,
something
hold
is
on, hold on.
axiomatic,
Wait. Sorry, Andrew, I got to interrupt. Dean, you're in breach. You're breaching the agreed upon terms.
yeah,
Put
but he
the
does
blindfold
that.
Back on.
Oh, my
They
God.
do lie. He does lie a lot.
I'm in like the ninth circle of hell here. I have a blindfold on my face. He's screaming at me. Why should you be? You know,
Nobody screamed. No, the only one screaming is you, Dean.
Do you have a pink blindfold you could use?
No, I don't.
So anyway, Dean, why should we use axioms?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not
I
answering.
don't understand what you're saying. You're not going to answer my question. You don't know why we should use axioms.
Yeah, because I want to debate you on your position at slut shaming.
Yeah, and we are debating on the position. We're starting with what you consider a philosophical entailment, which is if A then B. Okay, you seem to be very upset, Dean. Do you want to do this debate or not?
Yeah, I asked you a question. Walk me through.
Okay, what's the question?
The original prompt. Demonstrate.
Yeah,
the
we're talking about the original prompt. I'm talking to you right now about the original prompt. You say that so your criticism, if I can steel man you, if you don't mind, is that entailment is if A then B. Okay, but also that it was incorrect for me to do an internal critique of somebody else's position if they say that based on their feelings X is true, and I can't say, well, then therefore based on my feelings Y is true. So then we went into meta ethics, which we would have to do in order to make a determination about truth claims at all, about knowledge claims at all. And so we're starting with the premise of what is an axiom and why ought we use one, Dean?
Okay, Andrew. So here's where you misstepped. So it was on the second part where you said that I had said that in order for her position to be true, that yours also has to be true. And you're saying that I denied that. I'll go ahead and reposit my claim. However, I'd like to be very clear to Andrew, to Brian, and to everybody watching that if you just allow me a minute to speak. Andrew doesn't feel comfortable talking about what really matters here, such as the morality of slut shaming.
Well, hang on. Morality. Wait. We're talking about meta ethics. That is related to morality. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out from your perspective why we should use axioms when we're making moral claims.
I actually was making a descriptive claim. You can't track.
Okay, what's descriptive about your claim?
Yes, I said that. I said that we should be reasonable.
That's an ought claim, not a descriptive claim.
But the should there when it.
What does the word should mean, Dean?
Should can exist in a normative.
You should really take my course on debating, Dean. It would help you.
So no, when we're talking about normativity, you could have a normative ought and a non-normative ought, and typically when
what's a non-normative ought?
Yeah, because they're going to be conducive to some goal, right? Aside from like your ethical principles. Like for instance, I could give you.
Okay. Oh, so wait a second. I just want to make sure.
Like
you're making a moral claim that is not an ought claim. Is that correct?
No, it's not a moral claim. Yet it is.
No, it's not a moral claim.
Right. For instance, if we're playing chess and the best move for me to make is to move a pawn up a square, I'd say it'd be good for me to move that pawn. But when I say it'd be good for me to move that pawn, am I saying it's a morally good thing for me to move that pawn, Andrew?
No, but if you're making a moral claim when you say should, if you're making you made a moral claim and said should though. That's an ought for morality. Okay, but go ahead. Restate your position. Go ahead.
Dean, just
don't mute him, Brian. Never mute him. Unmute him.
I'm going to let them both speak, but you guys got to let each other talk, okay? Just
okay.
Finish your
Fair enough. Go ahead, Dean.
Go ahead, Dean. Go ahead.
Thank you. So I'm happy that I could clear up that non-normative oughts could exist with my example of a chess game. Now that we move past this pedantic bullshit, here's what I want to tell you. You cannot give.
Well, no. Well, hang on. There's just one more clarifier. When you say normative. You said a non-normative claim. I just want to make sure when you say normative. I just want to make sure when you say normative going forward, you're not saying ought, right? When you say normative, you're not saying ought. You're saying something else.
So once again, I've described this to you twice already. I'll describe it for a third time. You could have normative should claims, meaning that it's morally good to do something, and you could have descriptive should claims. Insofar as it's conducive towards a goal, that would not.
Got it. So what was the descriptive part of your claim?
Yeah, it's like the descriptive part of the claim was to say that we should be reasonable insofar as that's conducive towards a goal of a higher level of rationale. Now, if you will let me get back to the fucking topic, all you want to do in this meta conversation, because you can't give me one good reason why promiscuity is wrong.
You mean a good reason why you should not be promiscuous?
Why is promiscuity inherently wrong?
Oh, inherently wrong. Well, let's clear up a few terms. So I just want to make sure, what does wrong mean?
Something you shouldn't do in this sense.
Okay, so it is a normative claim?
Yeah, I'm guessing you're making a normative claim with the background, Andrew.
Well, I just want to make sure. So when we say wrong, okay, but Dean, there's a reason we're clearing this up. When you say wrong, you mean immoral, right?
Yeah, wrong means shouldn't, means immoral, and the normative sense that you're describing when you make the claim that slut shaming is good. I'm guessing you mean that normatively, right?
As a moral ought.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm running a counter argument against you. I'm internally critiquing your stance. So when I say, give me a reason why
I see.
it's wrong, go for it.
Yeah. So let's dive through this. So we'll just kind of start at the beginning, and then we'll move it through until we get to the end.
5 more minutes. I just want to make that clear.
Okay. Yeah. So let's start with a normative claim that shame is a useful tool. Okay. Well, I'll start with this. Shame is a useful tool when you're trying to mold society into, X thing that you want. Shame can be a useful tool. Why we ought to use shame is because we can utilize that as some type of imperative to any type of morality that we're trying to produce in society. Use a utilitarian or whatever would basically agree that this is the case, right?
I generally agree that it's okay to shame bad things.
Yeah. So it's an effective method, and you would agree from your worldview that shame ought to be employed at times, right?
Yeah, it's generally good. It's a good thing to shame bad things. Now, my question: give me one reason why promiscuity is wrong.
Give me one reason why murder is.
Yeah, one reason why murder is wrong is because it's a violation. That was a damning non-answer. Stop pivoting and answer mine.
Wait. I'm sorry. What was your answer?
Yeah, it's a rights violation. Now give me a reason.
Oh, okay. It's a rights violation. Okay. Hang on, Dean. We're just making sure we get the terms clarified. When you say rights, where do rights exist?
I'm not going into the meta-ethical conversation with you. This is a pivot. I'm failing to.
It's not a pivot for us to clarify language.
It is. It is absolutely a pivot.
Yeah. So you won't get into meta ethics?
I'm not going to get into your pivot. No, I refuse.
So I don't understand how am I supposed to debate with you on these terms if we can't get to the meta ethics so that we can decide which terms are what, why they're that way, and then how we can actually hang on, Dean, calm down. I honestly want to do this with you. I just want to clear this stuff up. That's it.
Holy shit. Andrew, but we actually shouldn't even be debating about this right now because I asked you for one reason.
Should it in a normative sense or a non-normative sense?
Non-normative sense. So I asked you for one reason.
Non-normative. Okay. So in a descriptive sense, we shouldn't be debating it.
4, good boy. Allow me to finish. So I asked you for one reason why promiscuity.
You still got the blindfold on.
Because, I mean, we're not, I'm just.
You're just cheating again.
Okay, 5, 4, 3, good boy. All right, so I asked you for one reason why promiscuity is wrong, and then you responded to me by saying, what's one reason murder is wrong? So actually, Andrew, that was a pivot around my question. Analytically speaking,
hey, hang on. I think that's fair, but the only reason I answer the question with a question is because you refuse to get into the meta ethics of what wrong means. And so I used what's called a demonstration. I used a demonstration in order to try in some way from your worldview to understand what wrong was. You made the claim then that what wrong is something which is a violation of rights. Great. Now we're getting somewhere. So then what is a right and where does it exist? This is really pivotal to a debate, Dean.
I actually reject that. Demonstrate the relevance of me telling you in accordance with my framework of deontic duties, what is relevant in describing my normal.
Because I don't understand what you mean by the term. Because I don't understand what you mean by the term wrong. I don't understand what you mean by the term wrong. I don't understand what that means.
1, good boy. Allow me to finish. Andrew, stop.
You just told me. You just asked me the question.
3, 2.
How are you going to ask me a question and then when I answer it, you start counting? Why are you still counting? Can you just engage, Dean?
Demonstrate more maturity than my 6-year-old nephew. You have one.
Yeah, I don't know. You're the one. Bro, you asked me a question, then when I answered it, you cut in.
I was not asking you a question. In fact, I was in the middle of a statement. I was not asking you a question.
Okay.
Getting old.
Well, go ahead with your statement. Go ahead.
But that's okay. Don't worry. I'll catch you up to speed. So here's the big issue. At this.
Hang on, woman, bring me another beer.
All right.
You can ask your grandma or whoever's house you're living at if she'll grab you a beer. But go ahead.
Oh, I am living at my grandparents, but luckily right now I'm at the girlfriend's house. And unlike you, I don't treat women in my life like shit, and that's why I won't die alone. Anyways, going back.
I'm married, Dean. I'm married.
Yeah, that's the thing. You will still die alone, unfortunately, most likely. I mean, at some point we all have
Oh.
a And if you
What?
can,
Dean, why
Why-
don't you make an argument? Make an
okay.
argument, Dean.
Yeah, go ahead, Dean.
Feelings getting hurt. I'll bow the knee on that topic. Going back to what I originally came here to discuss. So I asked you for one reason why promiscuity is wrong. Andrew, be honest, in a yes or no, have you answered that question?
Well, I don't understand the coherency
Yes
of
or
the
no?
question.
Dean, let him.
I have to listen. I have to understand what you mean by these terms. Do you know why? So do you? Hang on, Dean. Let me explain. You agree with me? I'll just ask you this question. Do you agree with me that people can come up with any definition they want for a word? Any definition they want, they can come up with, right?
Yeah, sure. I'll clear the air. I understand exactly what you're asking for.
Great. So then the thing is
clear
that
I know what you're
hang on, Dean. I'm just going to follow up real quick and then I'll let you talk. So if that is the case, and it is the case that everybody can have their own definitions of everything, when we're getting into these moral claims, you're asking me to give you a moral reason why X is wrong. Then we need to know what we mean by morals. We need to know exactly what you mean when you're asking me what wrong is, and we need to know what these things are. That's why the meta-ethical discussion is so important. But anyway, go ahead.
Of course.
Hey,
Andrew.
yep, blindfold. Hey,
Yeah,
Dean. Thank you, Dean.
Okay, and if you're curious what's behind my phone, it is my girlfriend folding her clothes. Anyways, I don't think that I'll be cheating. Anyways, so I asked you for one reason why promiscuity is morally wrong.
That's a loaded question.
So when we say morally wrong, all that we're saying is that it's something that you shouldn't do in a normative sense. And insofar as where this wrongness is generated from, this would be entailed given your view, as this is an internal critique. So I am not subjugating you, right, to my view. So
I'm not critiquing your view. I'm asking simply. So hang on. I'm not critiquing your view. I'm not doing an internal critique. I agree that you're doing an internal critique of my view, and I'm happy to answer to these things. But Dean, listen, just chill out, bro. I just listened to what you said. But what you're asking are loaded philosophical terms,
That's not
and so
a
forth.
loaded question to ask you for a reason.
Bro, would you calm down?
Dude,
Again,
if there's a white supremacist on the street,
boy, man, you're
saying
really
that if-
freaking out here, Dean.
1 second,
You need to stop spurging, bro.
if there's like a Christian evangelicist on the street and they're like preaching,
What's an evangelicist?
Oh, I'm not answering that question. And they're preaching that it's wrong.
Oh, you don't know what an I've never heard. Is evangelicist a word? I'm looking it up.
I mispronounced it, but it's going to be typically a more
Evangelicist.
Catholic church down south, particularly.
No, you mean an evangelist, not an
Yes,
evangelicist.
yes,
Okay,
the
gotcha.
word. So, are you going to highlight the fact that I mispronounced that word? Are you going to listen to me insofar as why you will not answer the
Well,
question?
words matter, Dean. I'm just trying to be very specific here.
I actually doubt that there was any level of relevance to you interrupting me and correcting my pronunciation of the word. You just cannot.
I want to make sure I know what you're talking about, Dean. I'm sorry.
I actually completely doubt that. I think that you can't hang.
Well, I mean,
and
you
can't
doubt.
look
I'm
at
sorry
it.
you doubt things.
Gotta talk about anything.
Sorry about your emotional state, Dean.
Well, I appreciate you apologizing for my emotional state, as you're the one that.
Yeah.
There's a
I am
step-
sorry that you're in that emotional state. Yes.
So, anyways, I will go and repeat what I said. It is not a philosophically loaded question for me to ask you a reason why you think something's bad. If you continue to posit the view that it is, I will leave because you're not worth my time.
Okay. Well, nobody cares if you leave, Dean. Go ahead.
Okay, so you're refusing to answer the question.
No. I just want to
Okay,
dive
you're
in.
refusing to answer the
I
question.
want to dive in, bro. Do you agree with me that it's highly important? Semantics in a debate are highly important. The meta-ethical foundation, what we mean by terms, is absolutely important
Reject
before we can.
Let him.
No, you don't.
guys,
You don't
let-
agree.
Let each other finish, please.
I don't
Let each other
actually-
finish.
I don't think that your meta-ethical view, insofar is the internal critique that I'm running on you on where you think wrongness is derived of.
Yeah, but I need to understand what you're asking.
Reasons why you hold this normative stance.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
asking
where?
this about
Yeah,
you.
and where
You should
it's the
understand
right.
wrong.
Listen, that's fair. Like it's
Not
fair to
relevant,
run
but
and
I think wrongness
Dean,
is derived of as I'm
you can
critiquing.
run your internal critique. All we have to do is clarify some meta ethics. That's it.
Well, it's if I'm running an internal critique, what meta-ethical framework would we be operating under?
My understanding of the coherency of what you're asking.
No, it is your understanding of how you view meta-ethics. Why is it relevant for us to talk about my view on meta-ethics?
Because you said the word wrong. You're asking me about the word wrong.
Yes, but
And
when I am
so it's
asking
important for me.
is
Hang
why
on,
you think
bro.
it's wrong.
Bro, do you want me to
Clarifying on
answer?
your view.
All right,
If you do
you
this
let me
over
know.
again, I'm leaving.
Andrew, can
Nobody.
I?
Okay, so real quick, Dean. There's a couple things here. First, nobody gives a shit if you leave. Second, okay, it's super important for me to understand the cohesiveness of the terms that you're using when you're asking me these questions so that I can give you the answers to them. This is Philosophy 101. There's a course you should take. It's called Debate University. You would get a lot of value out of it. Right now, it's on sale through the new year, by the way.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and just posit this as a last statement. If you can answer my question following from this, I'm going to go ahead and dip. So all that I've tried to do, and the entire time that this debate has been unfolding, is I've tried to ask you one simple question. The one simple question that I've tried to ask you is give me one reason why you think promiscuity is wrong. Okay? And in our conversation so far, allow me to finish before you interject. You've asked me about my meta-ethical framework. You've asked me about what I mean by an entailment. You've asked me what I mean by an axiom. You've tried to talk to me about how you pronounce like certain words related to the Christian faith. But meanwhile, you've been able to successfully evade everything but giving me an answer to that question. In fact, the first time I asked you this question on can you name one reason why promiscuity is wrong, you literally responded to me by asking me for a reason why I think murder is wrong. So Andrew, and in good faith, I will ask you one last time. The question I'm asking you very specifically is, are you able, literally, I don't even know if you're able to do this, your abstract thinking ability is incredibly low, are you able to name one singular reason why promiscuity is wrong? Now, it is important for me to clarify in terms because you deem semantics to be incredibly valuable and important to these conversations.
Yes.
When I am asking you for one reason why you deem this to be wrong, all that I'm asking you is why do you think that this is something that we shouldn't do? I don't care what your meta-ethical framework is. I don't care if you think that this is something that we shouldn't do objectively or subjectively. I don't really care what your normative view is. All that I want is for one reason why this would sufficiently justify your normative criterion insofar as
Hang on 1 second, Dean. There's this thing going off. Hang on. Okay, go ahead.
What the fuck is that?
So I've already clarified that I don't care about your meta-ethical view.
I
And I
guess.
don't really care about your normative view that much either, because at the end of the day, all that I'm asking for is your internal reasons why this sufficiently justifies your standard for moral wrongness under your normative view. So at this point, the same way I'd ask someone that thinks being gay is wrong, why they think being gay is wrong. The same way I'd ask someone that thinks racism isn't wrong is why do they think that racism is good. I'm asking you to provide one singular reason why promiscuity is wrong.
And I can't wait to do that. I just want to ask you a couple of clarifying questions. That's all I'm asking for.
Here, Dean, hold on. Andrew, if Dean answers the questions, like how long will it, like 3 minutes, 2 minutes? How long do you
it's just a few questions so that we can clear up a few
Okay, do you need 2
semantics.
minutes? Andrew, how much?
Give
do you
me
need 2
like
minutes?
just a few questions, maybe like 2-3 questions.
Okay, Dean, is that okay? Dean, can you answer just 2 or 3 questions for Andrew?
I failed to see any possible question that would be relevant. What are your questions? I mean, let's see if they're relevant.
For the sake of time,
so
just answer them, and then
so the first question is, what does wrong mean when you're asking me if something is wrong? What does that
I've already
mean?
clarified on that. You weren't listening.
Yeah, I know. Clarify again though, please.
Are you listening? I said it. It's something,
I just want to be precise here. What do you mean when you say wrong?
I already said it. I'll say it again. It's something that you should.
Yeah, say it again, please, so that I understand.
It's something you shouldn't do in a normative sense.
Okay, so you ought not do the thing.
Yes, bro. Holy shit.
Okay, so we ought not do the thing. Now, the second question that I have is when you say ought, are all oughts axiomatic?
All right, Andrew. Fuck you. You're wasting my time.
all right. Andrew, you still there? He left.
I'm still here. Where'd Dean go?
I think that
I
was
just had a couple clarification questions, but he just said fuck you and rage quit. I just wanted to clarify a couple things.
Yeah. Well, if I think you could have gotten through all of those questions had there not been like a 10-minute meta conversations over his objections to you asking the clarifying questions.
I just wanted to know a couple of clarifying things that were very important so that I understood his worldview and what he's actually asking me for.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
it. He seemed very upset. I don't know.